What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN, USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 27th of July, and here we are with about 8 hours, 52 minutes left in the day, sitting here at 1.6 cents down, 1.6% on the day. Not a whole lot. A little bit of turbulence never hurt anybody, and it's the weekend, man. Who cares? Saturday, we did move up a good bit, then we came back down, finding resistance at areas that we found resistance, that we found support at before, so a little turbulence here, I suppose, is to be expected. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame RSI, I guess looks bearish at the moment. It would make me think that we go down, right? Just because you've got lows here and higher lows, and what you're doing here just seems like you're ready to break down below this. So maybe we do move down today. The stochastics look pointed down as well, and they're definitely bearish. The MACD also looks bearish, but to be completely fair, you're at a point where I'd expect you to bounce in the MACD. But if you cross down, if you cross below the zero, if we do see some red hours coming up, then maybe we are bearish. You know, looking at this now, it's the beginning of a new hour. It's the beginning of a new hour. So if this hour can actually close green, if we can come back up and close green, it won't be bearish anymore. And this would actually flip to a bullish effect because that bounce off the zero line on the MACD is no joke. And then here you wouldn't have this look where you're coming down. You'd actually be moving up. So it looks bearish right now, but we got 51 minutes left. Let's see how this looks at the end of this hour. 15-minute time frame is neutral, not really giving me anything. Stochastics, I'm not even going to pay attention to the stochastics on the 15-minute time frame. MACD is neutral too. I don't know how much to weigh on any of that. We'll see, man. That was my cat, if you guys heard that. That was my cat, Mufasa, who normally only comes out at night. I don't know why he's coming out in the morning now. 4 hour time frame, 50 minutes left in this time frame here. It does look a little bit more convincing that we'd go down, right? That's a very bearish looking candle right there, but doesn't mean we have to go down. 50 minutes is a lot of time. We could come back up, and we're not down a lot. That's like not even a percent to the upside, so we could definitely move that. In 50 minutes, we could absolutely come back up. The MACD looks good enough. Not really getting anything off of that. If anything, you're in a more bearish posturing. The stochastics are at an area you'd expect to bounce, and so is the RSI. You know, looking at the RSI here, it looks as though every time that you've come up, like you've got a trend line coming down and you just reject this area. But here, your rejection isn't really rejecting. It's a little bit softer. You still are moving down, but it's almost like it is different behavior, and different behavior begets different results, right? I mean, here, every single time that you've come up to this area, you've rejected down. But here, you know, each time that you've rejected on these areas, you've just moved straight down, straight down, straight down. Here, it's kind of soft, right? Like your rejection is not rejecting. I don't know. And you're in an area where you do like to find support on the 4 hour RSI. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, over this next hour. If we do come down, which wouldn't be a problem if we do, it's the weekend. It's going to be very insignificant movements. We'd probably see support at about 1.57 to 1.55 cents, maybe 1.5 cents at the lowest, but something in that area. That'd be my expectation. We probably do not go below this low. That's my expectation at the moment. Looking at the daily time frame here, the MACD is bullish, definitely bullish. Yes, you're building some bearish momentum now, but very bullish. The stochastics look bullish as well. You're in the area. You actually crossed back up, and the orange line here is bouncing right off the oversold zone. That's nice. It's actually really nice. The last time that we did something like that was here, and we moved up over the next 3 days. How much did we move up from a low to a high? 37%. That was just the last time that we did something like that. What about the time before? We kind of did something right here. I mean, I don't know, man. Bouncing off of this oversold zone, that's a rather exciting look, not going to lie. So if today, over the next 8 hours, 48 minutes, if we could come back up and close green, I think that'd be very encouraging to the thought that OnyxCoin not only hasn't found its low, but it's ready to move up higher. You know, we are getting to the end of this week. This week closes in 8 hours and 48 minutes. We very well could be moving up higher by the end of the week here. But I think we're looking like we're moving down a little bit right now. Maybe we're not going to get that bullish close on the 1 hour. Bitcoin's coming back down a little bit. Let's see. 15-minute time frame. Yeah, you're getting some volume coming in on this rejection candle here. I just don't trust the price action with this right now, right? Every time it looks like it's going down, it comes back up. Every time it looks like it's going to go up, it comes back down. So it's like here, that was the most convincing time to move up that we've had. More volume came in and everything, and it just didn't go up. It actually came down. But we're at an area where you've been finding resistance. You could be finding support now. It's the weekend stuff. This is why most people. This is why there's lower levels of liquidity, less leverage trading on the weekend, right? This is why the longs and the shorts have the least amount of volume that we've seen for like multiple weeks now. Anyways, high to low, bounced off the 236. Hi, Mufasa. Hi, buddy. Bounced off the 236, golden ratio to 236. This is not normal. At least in my opinion, it's not normal, but I've been noticing it a lot lately. It has been kind of normal, just going from the golden ratio to the 236 or the 0.5 to the 236. And all in all, we do still have these higher lows here in trajectory and in a nice trajectory coming up. We're getting a proper reaction here, but it's not the same reaction that we had here. It's not the same reaction that we had here. Perhaps we do come down a little bit. We break through that trend line. We get a double bottom, something like that, a higher low. Again, I don't think we go below this low, but a little lower. We don't have to go below that low to break out of this trend line. You know what I mean? It could be a higher low and still we break out of that trend line. So wouldn't surprise me if something like that happened. All in all, we are on a path higher. We do have an uptrend established right now. And the next, after you find a higher low, what's the next thing to do? It's to find a higher high. And the area that I didn't anticipate that we go to is about 2.3 cents to 2.4 cents or higher. We've, thinking about how OnyxCoin moves, we've made a lot of sense out of the idea that we probably don't even stop here for long and we just continue to rally. And again, talking about how OnyxCoin moves, it wouldn't really make sense to stop in the primary target zone either. I think that we would go all the way up to our secondary area, something between about 5.4 cents and maybe even 10 cents, all the way up here. I'm thinking 8.2 cents is where we're going to go, and that is just above our 2272 here. It's very common to wick above the 2272 and then come down and find support back down here or somewhere down here, and then continue to move up. Again, if you just notice what I said there, it's very common to wick above the 2272 and then come back down. How we've had this like week 25, 23% drop here on OnyxCoin, as we move higher, we're going to get stronger drops. There are going to be stronger drops. So the path to 26 to 32 cents is going to be layered with semi-intense, very quick drops. And look, Bitcoin, see, that's what I mean by I don't trust it, man. I don't trust it. It's 27 seconds left. We could be through the roof or through the floor. Who knows? But anyways, I do think that OnyxCoin's on its way up, you guys. I think that we've got some good stuff coming our way. 26 to 32 cents is the target area. We did the whole in-depth analysis on that last night. It's good to touch up on that every now and then. Stochastics look ready to go. RSI looks ready to go. We got lower lows in the RSI with higher lows in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence. You've also got lower lows in the histogram with higher lows in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence as well. And then the MACD is crossed above the zero, which is nice to see. But we need to start moving so that this MACD doesn't cross back below the zero. We need to start moving so that the stochastics don't cross into the oversold zone. And we need to start moving so that we maintain this formation in the RSI where we're bouncing off the 40 and not getting into the oversold zone. So it doesn't have to be today, but over the coming days, by the end of this, maybe over this next 3-day period, we should be at higher prices. I would think that we're going to be well above 2 cents. And with this next move, I think that we're going to see something that's larger than anything we've seen since April, right? So April, I do anticipate this next move to be bigger than what we saw in April. And it should kick off a move that is very akin to what we saw back here. And when I say very akin, I don't mean that it's going to, in 2 weeks, we're going to 20x like we did last time. I just mean it's going to be more robust than anything that we've seen since that period in time, right? We should be moving up to 8 cents, 9 cents pretty fast. Maybe by the end of this month. If not by the end of this month, sometime in early August. And then going into August, we should, start moving up even higher. 26 to 32 cents is the ultimate target area. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. And I will see you on the next one, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.